What you are listening to is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in the squared circle. Both parties have agreed to dismiss their cases and have their disputes settled here in our forum, the Turnbuckle Debate.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another edition of the Turnbuckle Debate. My name is Sneed.
I'm Chad.
And I am Tom, the OG Fig Kid, the staple of the Turnbuckle Debate.
And I'm good old Mike Belcaster. What's up, fellas?
Not much. We got the whole Tavern crew in tow tonight.
Woo! Hell yeah.
Always fun when we can get the whole crew together for a debate.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, and Mike has curated the debate questions tonight.
Yeah, this is all his baby.
My baby.
He's brought it in.
Mike Belcaster, baby.
It's always weird for the format because I'm always used to asking the guests to plug their stuff, but your stuff's our stuff, man.
Hey, shit, man. I'm willing to plug it all up.
Well,
I guess we could plug Fig Night.
Yeah, we got Fig Night, and that's definitely you want to tune in because we had, well, if you're listening to this, we had a great show on Thursday. I'm sure you guys will be downloading the audio version too. You can get the audio version now on Saturdays.
It's good stuff. Yeah.
So if you don't want to see our faces and you just want to listen to us talk about figures, if you want to miss out all the visuals, you can listen to it.
Or you could do both and piggyback. You listen to it first, go back, watch the visuals, double up them view counts.
Yeah.
We're not going to complain.
Yeah, I do that. I do that with a couple of podcasts. I'll listen to the audio version, and then when I have time, I'll go back and watch because I don't always have time to watch.
Yeah.
Version.
Same here.
No, listen, if you're at work and you're doing some good labor shit, you just need something in your ear to get you through the day, man. That's where those audios come in handy. And then you can go back and listen to it and watch it on YouTube, man. Have a good time.
You'll be like, oh, what are they talking about? I want to see that. And then you jump on YouTube or Twitch or Facebook and you could watch it.
Yeah, and there's a massive giveaway going on Fig Night, and every 100 subscribers we're giving away something big. And then when we hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, there's going to be like a mother load type of giveaway. So
it's probably going to be one of those things where we have to get a wooden crate to put it in instead of
yeah.
It'll be coming with a forklift on a pallet.
A whiskey barrel of sorts, something cool. We're gonna get crazy with it though. I know we're all curating and picking out things from our collections and stuff like that to throw into there. It's gonna be fun, man. I think whoever wins that big giveaway is gonna make out like a bandit.
Absolutely.
Then you can unfollow us after that. You're fine. Gotta get to that 1,000, man.
If you unfollow us and you win, you have to give everything back.
Yep.
Everything.
Oh yeah, we'll be watching.
And separate mailing addresses too, so you're gonna have to pay out of the ass on shipping.
Yeah, we know who unfollows us.
Yes.
Yep.
Damn right.
This has turned into a threat.
We know. We'll send someone to your house to get the goods back.
This is
We're
like
watching you.
This is like a video. Tom's got tapestry in the back.
Smashing knuckles, ready to go.
You better friggin' you unsubscribe. I'm gonna hammer you.
It's not the staple anymore.
I had to hang the tapestry.
The hammer.
Tommy the Hammer Montelto.
With a ball peen hammer.
I'm gonna break some damn legs, motherfuckers.
Break your kneecaps with a ball peen freaking hammer.
Oh, I love it. Shit. Happy debate day,
guys. Let's go ahead. We all know the format. You guys ready to get into it?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go. So the first topic of the evening. Do you think the draft will help out WWE in any way? The draft.
Let me ask a question. Are we going to get new creative out of this draft? No. Okay, then it's not going to help in any way.
Fair enough.
I mean, if you want...
Next time.
All right, next time.
All right. Well, No, I mean, I don't think I mean, in my opinion, I think the draft just needs to go away, period. I don't think they need to have two different brands.
100% with you, Sneed.
I
100%.
think they need to have that talent, everybody in one pool, and they need to unify some titles. Like, I don't know. We got to do something other than just drafting and sending people to other shows.
All hands on deck. You don't need to have it separated. You know,
Yeah.
put out the best possible show you can every Monday and every Friday.
The draft's a gimmick, man.
Yeah,
it's not even real.
And look what the ratings did for it last week. Like Monday night's ratings for Raw were the best ratings in a couple of months for a fake draft.
And they never stick to it.
Nope.
People will go. They had that wild card rule a couple years ago. They're going to send people where they want to send. I guess the one positive that it may help, at least for the short term, is at least we'll get some fresh matchups.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, at least there'll be different feuds you can give
for a week or two, and then there'll be rematch after.
And then they'll rematch you to death. Yeah.
No, very true. I think the thought of like his Sneed said, man, I think the thought of the draft is just overplayed. It hasn't helped in the last 5-10 years. How's it going to help now? You could throw as many mixed matchups as you can, but they do that on pay-per-views anyway. They're not throughout the years, so it doesn't really matter. Like it's just bogus bullshit that they're just
stupid, man. It's a ratings grab every year and a half, however often they do it. It's a ratings grab.
Yeah,
it's the same bullshit every time they do it. Like, it's the same thing that Tom said. Are we getting new creative? No, we're not getting new creative. It's going to stay the same shitty product that I don't watch.
Yeah,
and then they'll say Survivor Series, the only night of the year where Raw faces SmackDown, except for the Royal Rumble, except for WrestleMania, except for King of the Ring. Oh, okay, so that's the only night of the year.
Dude,
you could throw it on King of the Ring, man. The King of the Ring was put on hold for how many years, and they just brought it back out of nowhere because they're like, "Oh, it's going to happen again." Like, oh, we're going to do it, man.
Terrible 8-man tournament or 8-match tournament. That's not even a King of the Ring tournament. Give me the 16-match bracket. No, they're terrible. Dude, it's a rematch already. We're getting Finn Balor versus Sami Zayn. We just saw Finn Balor on his first match back a month and a half ago beat Sami Zayn.
The only intriguing thing in that tournament is the fact that the New Day may have to go against each other, but it's not going to go anywhere. It's going to be a friendly competition. It's not going to lead to some rift between New Day. They're not going to do that. And I think it's a shame that the members of New Day don't want to venture down that path. It's like, dude, you have tapped this fucking gimmick. You need to do something different. But when I speak about the draft, to me, you have to look at what it is. It is the purest sense of the word, a vehicle of creative, which is scary because their creative is dog shit.
Yeah.
And this is something this isn't a match where, the talent could have a good match. They could rise above the creative and put on a good match. This isn't that. This is purely a creative device. So what you're putting trust into the creative brain trust of WWE to pick the right people on the right brands, separate things. So that, to me, if you know the way this company has been ran over the last 15 years, that's fucking scary as shit that you're putting that much power. You're using a story device totally in the hands of creative. No matches. They're dictating what we're going to have to put up with for the next fucking year. That's scary.
Yeah, 100%. Listen, the talent could do the best matches in the world right now under their umbrella, but it's not going to go anywhere. That's the hardship with it. Like, they could switch it up a million ways. They could make new creative. It's just it's beating a dead horse at this point. In my opinion, I really think, like, how many times are you going to watch Roman Reigns fight, anybody, Sami Zayn, Finn Balor? It's all going to be the same shit. So we're just hoping on a prayer that a glitch in the system on the WWE side is going to happen that's going to make everything better when it's not. And that's the messed up part, man.
Right.
Yeah.
The only glitch they need to have happen is Vince McMahon needs to glitch himself out of the company.
Yeah.
Needs to glitch out and then somebody else needs to take over. But it's not going to happen. It's the same shit all the time. It's not going to happen. It's
100%.
Their product sucks. Their company sucks right now.
Their merch sucks. Shit, everything sucks.
They need to go and draft a new creative.
Yeah.
Tell us how you feel, Sneed.
I don't
want to hear it.
It's like last week. There was that Roman Reigns question. I didn't even weigh in on it because I didn't watch it. I don't care. It sucks.
Fair enough, man.
Here's the thing, too. Like, okay, this goes beyond just giving us a good story. Oh, Reigns is in a good story. Who gives a fuck? The thing about WWE, it is not the stories they tell. It is not the wrestling in the ring. It is a systemic issue with the fucking company. You can move the pieces around. You can create all the different storylines you want. You can have a draft. You can not have a draft. But at the end of the day, it's systemic. It comes from the fucking top. It's in the soil of this company. And until they fucking completely change the way they do things, and I'm not talking change the stories or hire and fire or whatever talent, there is a fucking problem with the formula of how they do things, period. Everything sucks. I'm sounding like a complete hater.
I am a hater.
Calm down.
I am a hater. I'll say it. I don't care.
It's debate. It's
I don't like what they do.
Yeah, no.
And even the stuff that would be semi good, you're like, fuck, if this was told just through a different lens. It's like a band. Like if this song was being played by this band, they'd probably crush it out of the park. But this 100%. Song's being played by this fucking shit band. And we have to listen to the way they play it.
Going back to last week's debate, like you said, we talked about the Roman Reigns thing, and it's the best thing they've had going, so they're not letting it go, and it's not evolving. They're just doing the same thing week after week with it. Come on.
But that's the problem. It's like if you're 5, this is the best wrestling show in the world, but they're not catering outside of that fucking clown market. They're still doing carny shit when they have this $1 billion company. That's the biggest issue there. Well, they're just fucking balloon animals, man.
Well, the biggest thing, man, it's not a wrestling company. It's not a professional wrestling company. And I think that's where it gets lost. I mean, at the most basic of what we debate and what we talk about, we debate professional wrestling. This isn't a professional wrestling company.
This isn't the fucking shit we grew up on. Period.
No, this is entertainment. It's sports entertainment. They don't like the word professional wrestling. They don't call it professional wrestling. They don't even I think wrestling even is a banned term.
Yeah.
Wrestler, 100%.
And I don't feel
what are we even debate? Why do we even debate this company as a wrestling company? It's not even a wrestling company.
And I feel like this isn't one of those things where it's like, oh, you're just being nostalgic for what you grew up on. Times change. You need to change with the times. I don't think this is that. This is like
times didn't change. The company changed.
Yeah. Exactly. And not for the fucking better, man.
The proof is in the pudding with AEW. Like they brought back the wrestling I love, and I'm excited about it again. And there's no reason why WWE couldn't have done that, other than they don't know how to. Like it's not the fact that I'm not a child anymore. It's the fact now that there is a company out there giving me what I need to see every week and giving me my wrestling needs. And WWE is not giving me the wrestling needs. There's no stories that are captivating me. There's no promos. It's scripted promos.
It's cocky cookie cutter bullshit. They think that the only way to do wrestling is their way. And we're seeing with other companies that there's more than one way to do pro wrestling. And a bunch of these people, like fans, are brainwashed, dude. I keep saying it. It's fucking Stockholm syndrome. They hate on other things and they think this is the only way to do it because this is all we've had for 20 plus years. And now 100%. Everyone's like, that's not how you do wrestling. No, that's not how WWE does wrestling.
Yeah.
Like they've changed. And I'll be honest, man, when I find out someone of our age, when I find out someone in their 20s up to their 40s is a staunch, hardcore fan of WWE, it fucking shocks me. I'm not even playing. Now if you have little kids or something like that, I can understand. But if you are just in that 18 to 49 demo and you love WWE, it shocks
Something's
me.
wrong.
I can't see how you like it, because I feel like this company is completely geared and catered towards infants and geriatrics. That's
100%.
all I can see. Like, okay, I get why they like it.
It's like puzzles,
I
ages
feel
1 to 99.
The people in their young 20s just don't know any better because they didn't see the Attitude Era live. They didn't see what we saw. So to them, this is what wrestling is.
But we've mentioned before that this is better than the Attitude Era on the other side of the fence.
Is, yes,
yeah,
100%,
but that's what I mean. So like, they just don't know good wrestling. That's because
they're so brainwashed by what WWE has fed down their throat for the last 20 years.
And I just want to be like, I think wrestling is very much, I think wrestling has a problem with nostalgia, where fans always look to the past and be like, man, it was the best back then. I don't necessarily agree with that. If you look at the Attitude Era, sure, there were some of those iconic matches, but if you dig down the lower mid card of the Attitude Era, there was a lot of dog shit in the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
There was a lot of dog shit in the Ruthless Aggression Era. There was a lot of dog shit in the golden era of the early 90s. The thing that makes a company like AEW set itself apart is they're cherry picking the best of all these companies. They're cherry picking the best of the Attitude Era, of ECW, of, Southern wrestling of the 80s. They're cherry picking. They're not just trying to be one era, because not any one era is good across the board. We put these rose-colored glasses on and everyone's like, well, we grew up on the Attitude Era. Yeah, we did. But if you go back and watch some of that shit on the network, dude, it's about 60-40. There's 60% really good stuff in the Attitude Era, and there's about 40% of dog shit in the Attitude Era. So,
I mean, you got Right to Censor and Jimmy Wang Yang.
There's dog shit.
Did we want to see Mae Young giving birth to a hand? Really?
Katie Vick. Black Helicopters, Katie Vick.
Right. So I don't want to make it sound like we're sitting here like it's not like it used to be. I mean, it used to be shit too. Like, there's always been shit in every company, but I just think the way they've changed since going public, since being the only show in town, since kind of monopolizing the industry, I think that lack of competition has made them cocky. I think they're catering to the Disney crowd. And this draft, to bring it all back, this draft don't mean shit.
No,
it doesn't mean a thing.
Thanks for the wraparound. That was important.
Yeah. Great job there, Chad.
Fuck the draft. It was horseshit. Yeah.
Draft sucks. Draft.
We should probably go ahead and say this whole debate episode, if you don't like to hear people bitch about WWE, you should probably turn it off right now.
Yeah.
Go listen to another show.
Or tune into the other show and enjoy it and see what we're talking about and join us.
I don't have anything good to say about him. So
well,
moving on.
We'll move on to the next question then. Our next question is Kevin Owens on his way out? And if so, would him joining AEW be beneficial to the rise? He's on his way out. He doesn't want to be there.
He's almost there. He's almost there. It says it on his Twitter.
Get him.
Almost there.
There's a picture floating around online the last couple of days of him with his head just propped against the turnbuckle, like, fucking please shoot me now.
I mean, what are they doing with him? What
have they done with him? How about that?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. The best thing he did was when he came out against Cena.
Yep.
And like there was hope, right? You had a glimmer of hope. Yeah. And Cena's, I'm going to do the fucking open challenge. And then it's, it's nobody important. It's the guy from NXT that they've been grooming. And not shit on Kevin Steen. Not that bullshit monarchy, but he comes out and, he does the challenge, kicks his ass, beautiful match, awesome, quick shit, boom, 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 falls off the wagon after that. They haven't done anything big with him since.
They gave him that Universal title run, but come on, man. This dude could have been your new Mick Foley. He could have been your everyman that just fucking dominated and was
100%.
like, come on. He's one of the best heels in the business when he's 100%.
He's so good on the mic. One of my favorite things that he did do was after the McMahons came out and promised to listen to the fans, and he cut that promo a few months later. He's like, you came out and you promised you were going to listen to the fans, and then you put Shane McMahon on TV every week, and trust me, nobody wanted to see that.
Right.
And
Was that when he headbutted Vince? He did headbutt Vince. That was
great. That was great.
And like he could have been that next Steve Austin if they let him just go on his own and freaking just say what he wanted to. But they just crippled him.
They can't hand over that freedom, man. They can't hand over. They can't give you a microphone without a sheet of paper. The microphone always has to be accompanied by a sheet of paper. They can't just trust you to go out there and be the guy that you can be.
Yeah. It's 100% more.
He could do it. He had it. He has
That's how people get over by doing that, and they just don't get that. They don't want. They don't even want it anymore.
No, because like we've said it a million times, you can't become bigger than the machine.
Yep.
They don't want that anymore. They really don't. But that's what's holding them back. Is because you need things to get bigger than what you are, so you bring more attraction to what you become. You know,
it doesn't make sense to me at all. Like, why do you not want them to have the keys to the rocket ship that
you need a fucking pilot, man. The crew's not running the ship. It's got to be the fucking pilot. There's got to be somebody there who is becoming a pilot of the fucking organization. It's not Roman Reigns. It's not anybody else they got going for them. It's they're all just yes men. Yes. You know, it's fucking terrible.
They're running out of stars to bring back, and if they don't create people to have people watch now, they're not going to have anybody to bring back down the line.
You know what they're the worst at? You know what they're the worst at? They
Wrestling,
get they get one good person like Reigns. You know, everyone rallies around the Reigns storyline, which is fine. You know, it's good. It's probably the best thing he's ever done. But once they get that one person that they hitch their wagon to, everyone else falls by the wayside and they don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like, why not build? You have so many stars. You could have a plethora of stars in that company.
Yep.
And they don't put any effort into it. And you know why Kevin Owens is definitely out of that fucking company come January? Look at what they're doing to him right now.
Yeah.
They put him in the 24/7 bullshit. They've got him. Who was the guy?
Takazawa.
Takazawa. He has that thing with him, and I'm like, dude, this is the classic WWE way to punish someone on their way out.
Yeah.
Very rarely, you know, unless you're John Moxley and they're trying to, you know, suck you off to get you to stay to the company on your way out. Like, for the most part, if they find out you're leaving, you're buried.
They fucking buried Mox on the way out too.
Yeah.
You know, put the gas mask on, pal. You're gonna say Philadelphia smells like shit. Like, it's so stupid, man. So stupid. That's where ECW is from. Come on, kid. Put it on.
Okay. KO, Kevin Steen, he'll be gone soon. And, I think it'll be great to see him go to AEW and get an open mic.
I think he's going to be a big thing there. I think him like, I know we got Mox, you know, we've gotten, you know, Bryan Danielson leaving, but like I feel like Kevin Steen making his return is going to be. Kevin Steen was so damn good on the indies. So good. They watered him down on NXT, and then they double watered him down when he went up to the main roster. I feel like he's got so much. He's got the biggest chip on his shoulder out of all of them. I think he's going to come out, and he's going to come out swinging. That's why we had the Mount Rushmore tweet. You know, that's why we have him going, I'm almost there. He knows. He's
why the Bucks put their location as there.
Yeah, love it. But I think Steen's going to come out fucking swinging, and I mean that in the best way possible.
Dude, can you imagine? Okay, look at Bryan Danielson, his matches, the violence, like just the smash mouth nature of his matches now compared to when he was there. Like you can tell he upped his level.
Oh,
yeah.
Can you imagine Kevin Steen? Kevin Steen coming in, dude. If you haven't seen some of his Ring of Honor shit, like. Yeah. Dude, he did stuff that was insane for his body type. Like, we're going to see car crash chaos in the best way with him. But I wonder, like, because we still got Bray Wyatt hanging out there, and there's rumors that Impact's looking at him, but there's also rumors that he's denying that. I'm going to go ahead and say it now. There's no fucking way he goes to Impact. There's no way Bray Wyatt lands anywhere but AEW. He is a guy. He can only be in AEW or WWE. He's big.
A star. That's the problem. There's the whole thing is WWE doesn't value his star power.
Right.
Being the number. This is what I like. He can't be bigger than the Machine. He was getting to that point. And that's why Vince made that stupid fucking comment. Like, I could probably do to get rid of a few guys, fuck, pal, like, then look what happens.
So do you guys think with Bray hanging out and then Kevin Steen on his way out, is there too many? Are we getting too many of these people just going into the company? Like, they're going to be awesome, whatever, but like, are they going to get the amount of time to be awesome? Are they going to,
I think so, because I don't think there's many left that Tony Khan would even want to sign that's left in WWE. If there's 5 left that he would want, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Kevin KO would definitely be one of them.
Yeah. I feel that we need, especially with, and this will get into our next thing, but I just want to say that with Rampage being only an hour and being on Fridays, I feel like either they need to extend Rampage to another hour and make it a Friday night fiasco, or they need to move dates, because with all this talent that's out, we got TBS coming up, we got all these big moves in AEW spot. We need a little bit bigger side on the TNT page. This hour show is not going to fucking do nothing if they don't work on it a little bit more. And I love the format now, and I'm not dogging on it. I think it's one of the best shows of the week because it's so quick and fast paced.
They need more time.
But I feel they need a little bit more. If they hire 2 more people, they need another hour.
I think they're kind of pigeonholed in that, though, where if they do that, it would have to be a Friday night 10 to midnight type of show, because Tony Khan has came out and said he will never compete against the NFL. So the fact that he will never compete against the NFL, that takes Mondays and Thursdays off the board.
Yeah.
So that
already on Wednesday.
Yeah, and that leaves Tuesdays and Fridays.
I'd almost like to see him do Fridays from 9 to 11.
I would too. I was just about to say that.
That first hour compete with the second hour of SmackDown, which they're going to get killed in it because SmackDown's on a network
Fox,
show.
Yeah,
they're going to get killed, but
at least for a little while.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. If they prove that target audience more and more and more, and they start stealing, like, the channel flipping is important. You gotta remember that.
It's like a commercial. Somebody who doesn't usually watch Rampage, if they could just flip during a commercial of SmackDown, they might do it a little more and see, oh, I like that, and then they might add it to their DVR.
If they could pull in 500,000-600,000 against a SmackDown on a Friday night, that's a success.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
absolutely, it is.
Yeah,
I think that 9 to 11 would be a good spot.
What do you think, Sneed, about Owens coming to AEW? Do you think he helps with the rise, or do you think there's enough room for him? Or what do you think?
No, I think he helps, because what my point was going to be, what Tom said is, after Bray and Owens, I just don't know anybody else that's going to come over and command that much time.
Yeah.
I mean, there'll be other people, but I just don't think they won't command as much time. There's not anybody bigger than those two after them.
I'm going to give you 5 people really quick.
Okay.
The only 5 people, and I called. Who did I call? Tom. I called someone going to AEW. Who was it?
You did. It was the one that we. Oh,
fuck! I can't think. I called one.
You called the first one.
I called Bray Wyatt leaving the company.
You did.
I called him getting caught up in this release thing is what I called.
Yes.
The 5 that will go: Bray, Kevin Owens. Chad Gable is gone. He's in AEW whenever. I'm telling you, like, everyone.
You think he's AEW, man?
Oh, 100%. He has so many friends in AEW, and he would fit perfectly in that company. Like, dude, he'd be a star. Okay. I think he's one of the most mishandled people on that roster.
I agree with that.
Bray Wyatt, Kevin Owens, Chad Gable, I'll give you 4 because this is the only one that I think this is the big one no one's thinking about, and I really think like deep down in the next year or two, I don't know when the contract is up, but I think when this contract is up, she's gone. Bailey. I think Bailey.
I think Bailey and Sasha. I could see Bailey and Sasha both bolting for there.
Because Bailey and Ricky Starks are like this.
Yeah.
100% Bailey and Sasha.
Friends, I think she's gone, man.
Yeah. You don't think Sasha would do the same thing?
I think Sasha's a McMahon.
She's fed up with it.
I think she's a McMahon girl.
I don't think so at all. But I mean, the other person who I think you're missing is Finn Balor.
I can see him going to New Japan.
I was going to say, if Balor does leave, I would see him going back to New Japan before going to AEW. Because you can do both.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think he signs a deal with New Japan, and we see him pop up.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. My only argument with your 4 is I think Charlotte before Bailey.
I think that
I'm because there's some shit going down there.
I'm with you.
You got Anatrod. I mean, you were at the hotel. We seen Flair. Listen, Daddy. He's talking up Tony Khan, and Flair's not going anywhere anytime soon because of what happened. But like, I would love to see Charlotte would be a star to throw over there.
Dude, and I'm telling you, like any one of those 4 horsewomen leave.
Yeah,
another one will join them. I don't think Becky is WWE for life.
I think Becky and Seth are WWE for life. You never see Roman leave.
I could see a Charlotte and a Bailey following each other. I could possibly see Sasha going there at some point, but because I think that's where the attention's going to be in 2022. I think Tony Khan's going to start chicken hawking their women's division.
If he already hasn't. Like he's digging, and he's not digging deep. He's doing shallow digging right now, but he's doing great.
He's doing the smart thing. He doesn't want to get into contract tampering, so he's probably like whispering in Ricky Stark's ear and being like, "Hey, fill out Bailey.
Yeah,
see if she's happy."
Brett, talk to Adam. See how Adam's doing. You think Adam's okay? I bet you Adam would be happier here.
Yeah, I think the two people that's going to command the most time next are going to be Bray and Kevin, and then the other ones will command time. But I think those two are going to be the ones.
Yeah, but having 2 more stars like that might gain you in that extra hour of Rampage.
You know what's crazy?
Like, listen, they're going to be here,
and we can move on after this. But to really think about. Okay, you have all these dudes. You've got Adam Cole, you've got Bryan Danielson, you've got Malachi Black, you've got possibly Kevin Owens, you've got possibly Bray Wyatt. All of those dudes, I'm like, oh, they could win the world title.
Yeah.
And up until this point, almost every champion's held that belt almost a year.
Yeah, so not everybody's going to win.
So not everyone's going to be a world champion. And it's like, who? Oh, CM Punk. I forgot him. He could be a world champion. So it's like, who is Tony Khan going to put that strap on over the next 5 years? Who are going to be, when we look back 6 years from now, what is the AEW world title lineage going to be? That's the fascinating thing to me, is like, who is going to, because that is a very, very, to me, it's the most prestigious title just by the way they book it.
Yeah.
Right now, Jericho, Moxley, Omega. That
all over months holding it too.
Yeah.
But it also gives you room to have some rapid title changes in the future. You don't have to have that belt for a year.
Established it.
No. Top's going, no. Listen, but you already established this like this, so it would only lead up to better feuds. So you're saying if Punk, say Punk wins it, next.
Drops it 4 months later.
Yeah, but Brian's
4 months.
Fuck you. This is my time. And we get Punk and Brian feud. Huge, awesome match. Fucking, marquee draw. And Bryan Danielson takes the title off of him in 4 or 5 months. It's not going to kill anybody.
And we're forgetting someone, the homegrown Adam Hangman Page.
Oh, Adam Page, yeah.
But we know that's next.
That's next.
That's absolutely next. But look at the matches we're going to have with Adam Page versus the fucking new. Last time we seen him, it was a completely different roster. That ladder match was a completely different kind of ladder match before he left, for his little break.
Andrade is a main eventer if they wanted him to.
Absolutely.
Dude, that is, haters of AEW you can nitpick and poke holes in any mid-low card storyline you want to, but to me, the most compelling division in pro wrestling today is that main event world title AEW storyline. Whoever's in it, whoever's feuding for the belt, anytime those titles, to me, those storylines at the top of AEW's card in the men's division is so intriguing just because of the sheer wealth of talent that they have right now.
Yeah. So quick rundown on this one. Will it benefit AEW for Kevin Owens? We'll start Sneed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I worry how they're going to. I worry about like all of those names we just listed. I guess I just worry about, and I trust Tony Khan. He hasn't let me down yet, but I worry about how do you keep all of them in very intriguing storylines without giving them that main event spot. So the way he's going to shuffle and move those people is going to be key to everyone being a key in this kind of rise that you called it, Mike. But I think Kevin Owens can't not help this rise.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%. Yeah.
So, I mean, we've dabbled in it a little bit already, but we'll move on to the final topic. And that's, is it a good move on WWE's part doing an extra half hour of SmackDown on Fridays to combat Rampage?
I love it. It's WWE trying to say, "Hey, look, now we're coming after you." Like, listen, like they're finally shooting something at them, saying, "Okay, you're doing something against us, and now we're coming after you. We're gonna run a half hour into your show. We're gonna try and take your audience, and the WWE is gonna be shocked when it doesn't help them at all." Like, if anything, you're gonna see SmackDown's ratings dip during that.
I hope so.
Well, their ratings are going to take a major shit anyways.
Because it's on FS1
it's
anyway,
on FS1.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing that makes this semi-interesting to me.
Yeah.
Is the fact that they are on FS1 and not Fox. If it was Fox, it's like, of course they're going to blow them out of the water. Like, we're talking about a company that's had a 70-year head start.
Yeah, of course.
Well, I love what Tony Khan said, man.
Oh,
I love it too.
Do you have it handy, Steve?
Yeah. I saw you're doing a half hour head to head with us. I can't wait to finally beat your main show head to head. It's been a long time coming. See you next Friday for hashtag AEW Rampage on TNT.
I love it.
Bless the man.
I love it. People who are telling Tony Khan to stop tweeting, shut up.
Yeah.
This is what makes it great. This is what makes wrestling great. The two companies going after each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
Come on, this makes both companies better.
Dude,
this makes this benefits everybody.
I love that Tony was writing fans back though. Somebody was like, "Well, are you scared?" He goes, "No, and you shouldn't be either." Because we're fucking here, and like this is what we've been waiting for, He's like, because of course I know what I'm doing, and like that good shit, Tony. TK birthday week.
Vince is smart. Vince is a very tactical viper of a businessman. He hides in the weeds. He doesn't say a whole lot, and then he strikes. Yeah. And what Vince is doing right now, and it kills me when people give Tony shit for tweeting something like that. It's like, dude, WWE's doing the same thing, but they're doing it differently.
Yeah.
Tony has Rampage, and he's like, you know what? I'm not going to mess with your time slot. We'll do it at 10. What's Vince say? Well, NXT gets fucking destroyed by AEW. He's butthurt about that. So this is his opportunity to like strike back in his own way. So he runs an extra half hour into Rampage. Not only that, but that last half hour is going to be uninterrupted by commercial breaks.
Yeah.
So he's trying to stick it to them hard. And the fact that any other company is like, well, we're just going to do the respectable thing and not say anything about it. We're just going to compete fair and square. Tony's like, fuck that. I see what you're doing. I'm going to put you on Front Street, put you on blast. I can't wait to beat you. I love that. Like,
absolutely.
I see what you're doing. I'm ready to whoop your ass about it. Awesome. Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, I see what you're doing. I'm going to let everyone else who's not privy to it, I'm going to let them know what you're doing too. And I'm going to call you out on it. And I'm shooting for the big dog. I love that. I love the bravado of it.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the actual ratings, and I would love to know how many homes FS1 is in, because it's got to be less than TNT. Like, this could blow up in Vince's face. Like, if the ratings are just close, even if AEW doesn't win, but if they're really close, which I'm predicting they will be close, like, this could be fun.
If
and the other cool thing
could be great.
Look, AEW has nothing to lose. They're pulling like 500,000-600,000 right now.
Yeah,
if they lose, it's like, of course.
Yeah,
but if they even come close to beating them, it's gonna look real bad for SmackDown.
Well, here's the thing, man. I think they will. I think they will beat them, because I don't think Tony would put that out there if he didn't have the full utmost confidence that they were going to beat him.
And
what's he going to put on for that half hour? That's what I want to know.
Put the hammer down, Tom.
I'm laying a hammer down on WWE.
You guys better watch that fucking show this week, or I'm breaking your leg.
This will never happen. This will never happen, and it shouldn't happen. And I don't want it to happen. But what if top of the show, 30 seconds in, fucking Bray Wyatt comes out?
This would be the time to do it.
But see, to me, it's like, why waste that on a fucking random Rampage just to beat SmackDown on FS1? Like, I don't want him to waste that, but that would be a total ballsy move just to like stick it to him.
Yeah. Well, there was a lot of rumors about Tony Khan was paying off sometime on Bray's 90-day compete clause, and I don't know if it was true or not. But if you're going to take, like, it wasn't for All Out, so maybe if you only take 2 weeks off, it's not going to kill make or break your bank account. But also,
he's getting really close, right? He's getting close.
Yeah, we're talking like a week or two away. Yeah,
wasn't it supposed to be a week out, like a couple of days out of Halloween? Wasn't it
supposed to be the 20? I want to say the 27th.
Yeah,
or something like that. It was
that
like
week
right
of
there.
Halloween.
Yeah, but you're also talking a week where we don't have a Dynamite until Saturday. So you're talking about these AEW fans have been waiting all week. So there might be more of a hunger to turn into Rampage instead of like, oh, I'm not going to go out this week. I'm going to stay home and see what the fuck they do.
That's true. That's true.
So you got some fucking spit back there, which is going to.
I think if past performances any indication, the ratings dipped when they moved to Friday and Saturday. I guess it was during the NBA playoffs when they moved to. Didn't they go? So,
but
although it's going to be Saturday night prime time. When they did it last time, aren't they on later?
I think they were on a little later.
Yeah.
So what was the question though, Steve? What was the?
Is it a good move on WWE's part?
Do you guys think it's a good move on their part?
On WWE's part, no. Yeah. I think this is Counter-Strike.
I guess I'm answering it wrong because I think it's a great move for AEW. I think it's a bad move for WWE.
I think it's a good move for WWE. It's like, this is what I want.
This is what we all want. Yeah.
I want them fucking firing back and forth. I want WWE.
Oh, it's a good move for them to do it. Do I think it's going to work for them? No.
Yeah, there we go. That's better.
But at least they're striking. At least they're finally kind of answering back somewhat.
Well, it's moves like this to me. It's moves like this, like, dude, I wave the fucking flag of Vince is out of touch and he needs to give it up. I am at the front line marching to that shit. But it's moves like this that make me go, maybe he's got a little bit in there. Maybe there's a little bit of that old McMahon still in there. When he does shit like this, I'm like, okay, the old man still got a little bit of fight in him.
It's just what's he gonna do with it? That's the thing.
That's another thing too. It can't be 30 minutes of Reggie.
He's throwing some fight, but like
Reggie.
It's gonna be Reggie
versus Roman
in a parkour contest for the 24/7 title. That's what it could be.
No, you know what I like to see? Have Roman versus Reggie. Roman beats Reggie and just throws that fucking title in the trash.
At this point, it's not gonna hurt anybody.
What they're gonna do as soon as 10 o'clock hits, they're gonna trot Brock Lesnar out. They're going to have him going nose to nose with Roman Reigns. Then they're going to have Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks and they're going to save all their biggest people for that final half hour.
Yeah,
maybe. Boring. I mean, if they're running through a segment from that 9:50 to 10:10, segment.
Oh yeah.
Like you have to stick with that. You can't just throw a random match on after a big build-up right there. Right. So like if they have a Brock and Roman stare off, and they're like, all right, well this is where it would normally end, but now we're going into commercial interruption. They need to do like a title match or something meaningful to keep people tuned in. Because if it's random bullshit segments, I wouldn't fucking watch that. I want to see Bobby Fish versus Bryan Danielson. That's I want to see fucking some good stuff going down, and it's just crazy.
It's just going to be a half hour. That whole thing they did, Viking Raiders versus Street Profits in mini golf, mini golf and flip cup or some bullshit.
For the BT champion.
Could be something stupid.
Man,
it's gonna be it's gonna be Moist TV.
Oh God! Fucking.
Maybe we'll get some Shorty G on there.
Right.
Oh Lord!
They're gonna bring back Shorty G, and I would pop and stay on SmackDown if they brought back Eugene.
Oh right. Hey.
Okay. He's about the one guy they have left that they might be able to bring back.
Guys.
Somebody called
I heard I have an extra half hour of no commercial interruption. Where's Uncle Eric?
We got a big return. We got a big return this Friday on SmackDown. Eugene.
I'm still predicting Mick Foley shows up in AEW at some point.
What is it?
I still predict Mick Foley shows up in AEW at some point.
He just showed up at GCW.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes, he did.
What an event they had, man.
Yeah.
That's for another time.
They did.
Yeah.
It looked good. It was a fun time. But yeah, I think this is going to be a very interesting Friday night, to say the least.
Yeah, well.
Oh yeah.
Should be fun.
I'm calling it now. Bobby Fish, Bryan Danielson opens the show.
I hope they tear it down.
Oh yeah, I figured that'll happen for sure.
Half hour, no commercials interrupted. Bryan Danielson, Bobby Fish.
That'd be great.
It could happen.
SmackDown's extra half hour though.
Yeah.
Yep. That's
dropped a hammer on it.
Hate your stupid fucking Mustang.
Roman Reigns. Acknowledge him.
All right, fellas. Well, anybody have anything final to say before we wrap it up?
I think we covered it all.
I think we got
Tune in the Fig Night. Tune into the rest of the shows
Fig
this
Night,
week.
Thursdays
week,
live.
all the weeks.
8 p.m. on YouTube. Saturdays, you'll get the audio wherever you get your podcast. Tom, plug your stuff, man.
The OG Fig Kid, Twitter and Instagram. Do not forget the Turnbuckle sessions every Wednesday, wherever you get your podcasts. Also streaming at 3 p.m. on all your favorite live platforms.
And if you're listening to this, go watch it and look at the Tavern tapestry that's behind Tom. Go get one of those too.
Yeah, they're nice.
Beautiful.
Court is dismissed.